Hi guys, and welcome to another quick informative video. So today we're actually looking at the review of the new Zte Max XL. It's by Boost Mobile. Very nice phone, as you can see it all its glory. So yeah, let's get into it and see what kind of decision we make on it, if it's a good phone, bad phone, you know. So yeah, let's start the review. So first of all, let's get some of the specs out the way. This phone's sporting a 6.0 inch touchscreen display. Very nice, as you can see. It's also its full-blown 1080 HD display at that, so it's nice that it's 6 inches. Most phones around 5.7 inches, like the Perks and the Stylo 3, are only 720 PHD. This one at 6 inches is very nice that it did come at 1080. That helps out a lot as well. So it has a very nice battery in the back, even though it's non-removable. It's a 3,990 milliamp battery. Now at that you might say, wow, that's very amazing. Yeah, it is amazing that it's almost a 4,000 milliamp battery, but you guys get to see that it's a 6 inch display, rocking 1080p display as well, so it takes a lot of power to power this baby up. So even though it has a big battery, it won't last as long as you think, but it does last quite a bit overall. So right now I'm at like 95% as well. The processor that's rocking, it's a 1.4 gigahertz octa-core processor. Very nice, run multiple apps and search the web with lightning speeds, thanks to the powerful 1.4 gigahertz octa-core processor. So most phones would come with like a 1.2 quad core, 1.4. This one has actually an octa-core, which is very nice, and you can definitely tell on the smoothness of this phone. Whoops. You can definitely tell on the smoothness of the phone. So very nice. It's out of the box, it comes with 7.1.1 Nougat, which is very nice. Like I said, it's rocking Nougat, and the newest version of it too at 7.1.1. It has Mexico roaming, and also it's mobile hotspot compatible. Another good thing about this phone is it has a fingerprint sensor on the back. Fingerprint sensor, scanner, sensor, same thing basically. So it's right here. As you can see, you can even lock your screen or unlock it just by pushing that button in the back. It's 3G/4G/LTE plus with 2x20 carrier aggression. It has a 2 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of ROM, so internally you get 16 gigs of internal memory. Now with this phone, the system uses quite a bit, so you only get about 10 gigs of internal storage to about 9.5 for you to use basically. Definitely I like that it has 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's speedy. You definitely need RAM for it. The processor is basically for running apps, and then you definitely need RAM as well to be able to access all these apps very quickly. So how you press it and it just opens up quick, that's basically the RAM. The phone's sporting a 5 megapixel front facing camera on the top, there you go, and then it has a 13 megapixel rear facing camera on the back. Very good, takes very good pictures and video, and records at 1080. Another thing is, a lot of people are going to ask, does this phone have HD voice? Yes, it does. And also the display at 6 inches also has Gorilla Glass on there. It has Bluetooth 4.2, and it also uses a Type-C charger. So as you can see, here's the charging connection. Oh, let me see if I can, there you go. Very nice. The phone basically only weighs in at 180 grams, and basically the battery type is not removable either, which kind of sucks. But overall, now that we're done with that, let's get into the official review of this phone. So as you can see, on the right side you have your volume rocker, you have your volume up, volume down, and then the bottom is your power button. On the bottom side you have your basically your recent apps or your task manager as well. From there you can also access your app manager. Shows you all the apps that you have. very nice. I like that feature on it. Then you have your home button in the middle, and it does light up when you get notifications and stuff. And then you have your back button. On the left side, you don't have anything but where you can basically put your memory card. Let's see if this will show. Nah, not really, but oh well. The bottom, like I said, you have your mic, and then you also have your Type-C charger. Whoopsie daisy. I should probably turn that off. On the top, you have your 3.5mm headphone jack with your mic. In the back, you have your 13 megapixel rear facing camera, your LED flash, your fingerprint sensor, nice CTE logo. Very, very nice. And then the material is very nice too on the back. It feels very, very solid. You cannot remove the back at all. It's basically solid. Then as well on the bottom, you have your rear speaker. So now let's get into the phone. Like I said, the phone, the main thing that I like about this phone is definitely that display. It's 6 inches, guys. I haven't used a phone that's 6 inches before. I've used phones that are 5.7. But wow, at 6 inches, this thing's definitely like a tablet or a phablet, what they call it. And I like that the display is 1080 and the screen as well is very, very bright. I'm gonna put some comparison shots of my LG Stylo 2 versus the Zte Max XL, so you can see at full brightness both screens how they look, and you can tell the difference between 720 and 1080 HD. But definitely the brightness is one thing about this phone. So let's get into it. Phone calls are nice and crisp. Everything, like I said, calls will always sound nice, especially if you have good coverage in your area. So in my area, I definitely have good coverage. Your camera, let's get into the camera. As well as you can see, it has different modes. It has video, photo, and manual. So manual mode, you can just set everything up. Basically your white balance, your ISO exposure, your auto timer, auto white balance as well, all that cool stuff, flash of course, and you can get into more to the settings. Resolution is 13 megapixels, metering spot, composite, gradients, geotag, auto review, volume for zoom, anti-banding as well is 60 Hertz, and then even your save location. Now the one thing I don't like about this camera, guys, is that when you're taking video, and of course you guys know I do a lot of video, when we record something, it doesn't autofocus at all. So once you get into the hand, as you can see, it won't autofocus. I know it doesn't do it much justice, but it should autofocus at least. So let's see with this if it autofocuses it. And no, it does not autofocus. Here on my screen it looks blurry, but in the camera it looks nice, just because of the camera, on my camera, focusing on it. But overall, that's what sucks about it. I don't like that it doesn't autofocus. You have to tap to focus. So here we go. There's a difference. Let me see if I can tap on it. And there you go. See how it looks more detailed now that I tapped to focus. So I've not found a way to make it autofocus. I don't believe it has autofocus. I've tried messing with it, but nothing. But overall, the video does sound very good in the background. So, whoops. So when you play back the video, it sounds amazing. And then we're gonna get into that in a little bit more too. So camera's okay, they just take very good pictures. If you just want to take pictures, that's for sure, because you can just tap to focus. I like how it has that shadowy display on it. So like I said, the camera definitely does take good pictures. And now let's see. And there you go, there's a front facing camera. Of course, I'm in the shadow because of the light, but overall it does look good. And it focuses pretty good too. It is a little bit grainy, especially in the background with 5 megapixels. As you can see, it does look grainy, and it has basically dark shadows. so it's not the best camera. The rear one's definitely the one that's better. So if you're gonna take videos or anything like that of your kids, it definitely will look nice, but just stay clear of the front one, especially in low light. In better light, it does look better. Texting, of course, is amazing as well, and it comes with the Android app, the Android Messenger, that is. Doesn't come with its own stock one, so it does have as well. You get the little emojis here. I know a lot of people in all my reviews always ask me about it, so here they are. There's the clown one's pretty cool, and you can change it all up, so it's very, very cute. And then here we go, here's the ones for the Messenger. So you do get a lot of emojis in this phone. That's due to the Messenger. It does have swipe, and there's no problem. This phone I would recommend for people that are older or have big hands because of that 6-inch display. These keys look huge, guys. Like, wow, look at my fingers compared to this. It looks amazing. And then of course, browsing is a breeze on this phone. Let's just go on it and see how good it is. So as you can see, especially with the display, it looks very, very good. And then Wikipedia. So as you can see, it definitely has no problems. This will also determine on your internet speed, how good you have, and even zooming in is a breeze. So that's what you want to see. It has a nice processor where you can handle all that stuff. I did also take a benchmark test on this phone, which I will post all that information in the end of this video, the pictures and all that good stuff as well. So now let's get into all apps. I did download some apps to see how gaming was on this phone, and gaming did do a very decent job. I had no issues, even with higher end games. I had no issues at all. It does, one thing that this phone does come with is a music player. Most phones these days don't even come with one no more, so that's good. Of course, it comes with photos and also comes with its own gallery app, which again, most phones don't even come with that no more. File manager is a really good thing, amazing thing to see on this phone. So here's the apps that comes preloaded with it. So even if you game on this, let's just do a little bit of gaming, see how it does. This game, I've had a little bit issues with it. Sometimes it doesn't even want to load, so let's just go ahead and see how that does. Like I said, that display, guys, if you guys into Android gaming, then definitely see, this is an issue where I don't know how I glitched this game up, but let's just try another one. I don't know, that game's always not the best. Let's try Planet of Heroes. Is my favorite game to play right now, and definitely you can tell the difference between, like I said, a 5.5, 5.7 inch to a 6-inch. Everything looks a lot better colors, and this display just is amazing, guys. If you guys, like I said, are into playing games on your Android, or you have kids, the phone basically is priced at $130. You can even get it at $100 right now on Boost Mobile's website. So let's just do a quick demonstration. As you can see, you have no issues at all playing this game, even though it's a MOBA type of game, and it does require quite a bit of processing power. I know my Stylo 2 can't handle this game, but definitely the XL can with its octa-core processor. So as you can see, you have no issues at all. And of course, when we play online, you might have lag issues depending on your connection, but overall, if you're just running the game, it runs it smoothly. So there you go, a little bit of lag, but you get that on all the games. Like I said, this is a pretty high intense graphic game. There you go. And there you go. So like I said, you can run most games on this phone, no issues. I've played Minecraft before and it can handle it as well, so you won't have issues. Let's get into some of the specs on it, and then we'll get to some of the bad things that I didn't like about this phone. Like I said, now you guys have to remember that it's a budget device. I'd say mid-range at least, at best at 130. It does have hotspot. I like that it shows how much data you used. So I've only used 7.74 megabytes. Your display, adaptive brightness, I would turn that off. Notifications, sounds, I like that here on the apps. And this is due to the Nougat 7.1 update, which shows you all this stuff. So don't think it's just a phone. So I have 61 apps installed. Storage, so you can see I've only downloaded like 2-3 apps, and it already says that I've used 11.83 gigabytes out of 16. And of course, system memory, as you can see, is basically 8 gigs. So that's the one thing I don't like about this phone, is that your system memory uses up a lot. So you won't get your full 16 gigs at all. You get maybe about 8 available. I've only used 3 gigs, 3.7, and available I have 4.1 left. So that's a bad thing about this phone. The battery life is definitely good, and I like that with the Type-C charger, it quick charges, so you can definitely, this phone will charge very fast. As you can see, just the screen size used 3% overall, and I have about 11 days left if I don't use the phone. Memory, users, call settings, connect to PC, location. I like that you can change your navigation buttons, but most phones let you do that nowadays. And then here we go, as you can see, it's running Android 7.1.1. Now let's get to the main thing that I definitely did not like about this phone, guys. Everything else, the display was amazing. That's the main thing that you're gonna get out of this phone, is this display's good, has good processor, the battery life is very decent. But now let's get to the thing that most people might stay away from this phone, is the speaker, guys. The speaker is so low. For some reason, when you're playing videos, I've tried it with the same video on my Stylo 2, on my as well as my Samsung S7 Edge, and you can definitely tell the noticeable difference that it's so low on this phone for some reason. So, and of course through this video it's gonna sound very good, but trust me guys, this is the number one thing that I did not like about this phone, is the audio on it's so quiet. And I've had my some of my coworkers even like, wow, is that everything? Is that all that this phone does? You know, like, turn it up. I was like, it's all the way up. So let's just it sounds good, like I said, through the video, just because I have a pretty good mic. But compared to other phones, wow, that's good. Oh, there you go. And there you go. You can also play at 1080 at 60 frames per second, if you guys were asking. Oops, sorry. The main thing too is that the speakers on the back, it's such a small speaker. Maybe it's just for a big phone, guys, but overall I did not like the sound quality on this phone. At least the volume is just so low, even when full max it. If you guys could use this for YouTube a lot, or for Netflix or Hulu, it's gonna look very good, but it's just, I'm not saying you won't be able to hear it, guys, but it's just gonna be lower than other phones. So just, you know, that's my one gripe about this phone. It's just the speaker volume is so low. But overall, the phone's good. I would definitely give it maybe a 6.5 to a 7 out of 10, just because the bad is just speaker. So if you're gonna listen to music as well, just be careful with that. I had to personally use some headphones or a Bluetooth speaker just to hear some videos sometimes. So, but if you're in a quiet environment like in your house and nothing's really playing, you won't have no issues with that. But overall, like I said, guys, I love this phone. I think I might keep it, and who knows how that goes. So thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Hopefully you like this video, And like I said, stay tuned for some pictures of this phone so you can see kind of the difference comparing it to other phones. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.